See, I always like starting my videos like that. You know, it always is just such a beautiful noise, and it always just gives this feeling of calmness, right? And I'm feeling a very good feeling of calmness lately. Summer is starting. It's not exactly here yet for me, but it's starting, so we are starting again here with all of you people. So let's have a toast. I'll kind of. There you go. Cheers. If you didn't notice, that was me hitting a can of soda against the microphone. Anyways, long intros are long, so let's get started here. We are going to play the Home Sweet Home Agrarian Skies Map, and we're going to play it like a pro. I'll explain it once we get in there, because this intro is going to be a long thing, and I want to get it done as quick as possible. Anyways, we're going to play Home Sweet Home P. Why not? I don't know. Do I wish to continue loading? Sure. Alright, bam, we're in the map. If you're an older fan of mine, you might have known of my Feed the Beast retro series. I'm going to pause the map while I explain this really quick because I don't want time to slip by. Feed the Beast retro series. This is basically my replacement for that series because that series is long gone. This is practically the same thing, if not better, so I hope you guys enjoy it, all the people who missed the old one. This should be pretty darn fun, and I hope you enjoy the ride. So, differences here is, obviously, we start on this island, and that's all we have. There is no big monument, and what's it called? We have this quest book, though.
It has been a horrible 10 years.
And I'm just going to be quiet while he
Code
narrates.
wizards meddled in the balance of nature and released hordes of monsters from other dimensions.
You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to narrate it myself. Alright. Are you guys ready? What's the most epic voice I can do? Okay, I'm ready. It's been 10 horrible wait, I already screwed up. Wow. It's been a horrible 10 years. Code wizards meddled in the balance of nature and released Okay, I can't do it. Story. I'm just gonna summarize it. Basically, the cute one and the jaded one left us some supplies to get started, and we have to repopulate and do all this stuff, and basically have given me a list of stuff I have to get to bring the Minecraft world back into balance. So let's learn to Skyblock. Now this isn't normal Skyblock. So it says, "Alas, all has been lost. You are the sole survivor of this devastating tragedy. Now it's up to you to rebuild the world and create a new community which can flourish once again, starting with only this little skyblock created by the omnipotent goddess, the jaded one and the cute one, who chose to abandon you after this final act of mercy with nothing more than a book. This book, filled with quests to start on your journey. You must first get a grasp of the basics of survival in this brand new world." So, we have one quest available to us, and let's start it. It's craft a wooden plank, and I see time has slipped away on us. Look at that. I'm just gonna break this really quick because there's a dirt chest in here. We can use that later on. Yeah, I know a little bit about this map. I've played it once or twice or 3 times, maybe even 4. No, actually, only once. But I haven't finished it, in case you were concerned about that. So, just like any Minecraft world, we are going to chop down this tree and, well, get wood. So, now that we've gotten that wood, basically this is just explaining the different types of tasks. The first one is a crafting task. Crafting task, I should have read that. You craft an item and it will give you a reward. In this case, we got a pick of splintered dreams and an apple. So I guess we'll just chop down the rest of this tree let some saplings fall on the ground. It's raining, so what I want to do really quick here is make a crafting station. That's one of our next things that we have to do. Oh yeah, it's a slab in the center. Yeah, I want to make yeah, I can only make that many. I can only make one, but I'm gonna put this out here so that it can gather some rainwater. I know I'm not really explaining what that was or why I did it. It's just it was raining and I didn't want to miss that opportunity. Yeah, so you see this fills up with water. Let's go in here and read our next quest. It's manual completion. So this one's a consume task. You have to manual submit items. So manual submit 1 wood and you succeed. And I got a QDS, a quest delivery system. And this is supposed to explain the QDS. Basically, if I wanted to put... I could manual submit this and cheat it, but it wants us to do it this way so that we can figure out how to do it. But if you select task and then right click the book onto the QDS, you've bound that quest that you selected to the QDS. So let's say you were doing a quest that you need hundreds or thousands of a certain item, you can just automatically pump them into the QDS with whatever you want to use. In this case, it wants us to put 1 plank in the QDS. So 1 plank goes in the QDS, and you'll see now that task is almost complete. And then the next task being no help given. And we have to return the hopper because they don't want us having a hopper. That's too easy. Do you know how much a hopper costs? So there you go. And with that, we got a full heart. This is a hardcore-ish kind of thing where you have limited amount of lives. I just added 1 life to it by right-clicking with the heart, and I have 3 lives in total now. So the reward bags, what they do is when you right-click, you have a random chance of getting different rewards. In this case, I got some seeds, corn, lettuce, and blackberry, and that's a very useful reward, and there's a low chance of getting it. So actually these will be really cool because food is very difficult to have on this map. Saplings, okay, cool. So now that we've done the first few quests here, in the beginning is the next thing, and as you can see, crafting station and a barrel were in there, so I'm ahead of myself. You may have noticed you have very little to start with, almost no land, no food, but hey, you have a floor. Be thankful of that much. Now it is up to you to rebuild the entire planet, or as much of it as you can before dying. To start with, I suggest growing some trees. Oaks will supply oaks. Why is it oaks? Oak trees will supply you with apples and with saplings. Leaves and string you'll be turning into dirt. Place 3 barrels outside where rain can fall into them. Place the other 2 under cover to create a composting area. Once you have 8 spare saplings, place them into a barrel to compost into dirt. You can compost leaves, rotten meat, apples, wheat, and string. Use any eye to look up the recipes of all those things. I'm assuming. Oh, of these. I get it. I thought it was like the recipe of the barrel stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna need more barrels out here so I can do. Wait, actually, yeah, I'm gonna need it for clay. So let's get some more trees going here. I'm gonna chop down a few more trees off camera, and then place down some barrels and craft all these things because I'm sure you don't really care to see me craft all these things, and I'll be back after that. I just wanted to show you something really quick. I'm using a crook on these leaves because I believe it gives you a higher chance of saplings and other drops, but it also gives you a chance of receiving silkworms, which we don't necessarily need quite yet, but I decided to craft, once I crafted these crooks, that I would just do that now so that I wouldn't have to get the silkworms later on. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that. Also, while I'm chopping down this tree, thought I'd mention, in the past I've done this thing on my channel where whenever I open a soda on screen, because I've done it in the past, I would have you guys guess what soda it is. Now, leave in the comment section below what soda you think it is, and you'll get a shout out in, not the next episode of Agrarian Skies, but the episode I record after I post this video. Ah, see, there you go. I got a silkworm. Because I'm going to bulk record these so that I can do a lot of cutting and stuff and not have to worry about it. Anyways, I'm going to chop down more trees and stuff and get these barrels going, and I'll be back. Oh, how nice of you to join us for our last crafting here, the stencil table. So, obviously what I've been doing here is going into the crafting station, typing in the name of the item, clicking on it, checking the recipe, and then building it. So, bam, there's our stencil table. So now we have all the things that it requested, and I'm just going to toss them in here for now because we don't need them. Hey, look, a rain muffler. I don't really hear rain. Is that... I don't know. Thanks, I guess. Alright, so... yeah, so we turn everything in. That's where we are at. So, in this one, it allows us to pick between these two items. I'm going to go with the Pan of Destiny, and I'll explain why later, but I also get all this stuff. So that's useful. Strongbox is, of course, going to be a place we're going to put our hearts at. And our basic reward bag. Let's see what it is. Pearl oyster. I actually have no clue what the pearl oyster does. Like, no clue at all. Can you do anything with them? Okay. Mariculture. What do you say? The book about... Oysters are found at the bottom of oceans. When supplied with a block of sand, they will generate pearls over time. The easiest way to collect them is to break the block underneath them. So I guess I can put it underwater and give it sand. I don't know what pearls are used for, though. I like how they put a cover on top of this thing. Because you can, if you stand on this, it'll launch you off the thing. Yeah. Alright. Enough dilly-dallying. I'm not really sure what these are used for. I guess we will figure that out later. Anyways. Next quest is smooth as silk. So, string is the gateway resource. Fishing rods will provide food. Sieves are useful. Yeah, so basically we have to make all this stuff. Silkworms can be used for food. Basically, the reason I was getting these silkworms was this next quest. So if you put a silkworm on the tree, the leaf will kind of become a lighter shade. If you're colorblind, this became a lighter shade. I don't know what colorblind people see or whatnot, but yeah. And eventually this will spread to all the other leaves. Let's see if any of them have gotten it yet. Can't really. Yeah, no, there's still regular oak leaves, but it'll spread to the other leaves, and the entire tree will become an infested tree, and you get silkworms and string from that. Now, something I want to do is I want to start a farm. Although this dirt is valuable for other reasons, I want to start a farm. Because farms. I don't really have a amazing reason why I want to start a farm. It's just, you know, I don't want to starve. The reason I'm putting this here, water. if you're a Minecraft noob. So I don't know which one I want to do, but blackberry sounds good and corn sounds good, so yeah, I guess we'll do that. Just out of curiosity, blackberry, it's a morsel. So is the apples. Okay. So these foods aren't that amazing. Okay. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for that tree to get infested. Do that same process a few times around. Make sure that I got a lot of stuff to compost. Actually, I can show you about the composting now because I have a bunch of saplings. But you need 8, I think. And you just right-click on a barrel, fill it up with your 8 saplings, and you'll see this is gonna start to fade in color and start to turn brown. And once it's fully brown, it will become dirt, and you can use the dirt later on with the sieve and do stuff with that. So actually, while we're waiting for stuff to happen, I might as well make the hammer, the wooden hammer, because we need one of those, as you can see here. The rest we need to wait for string, which we get from this stuff. So I guess I'll be back once we get the string. See ya. Alright, I've been doing this for a little bit, growing these trees and planting silkworms on them. As in, I only waited once, and I got 3 silkworms and 28 string. But I just wanted to show you in the middle here of why I chose the Pan of Destiny. Well, if you shift right click it, it places down a frying pan. And they actually gave it a name, frying pan. Because it used to be like tile dot blah blah blah. If you look at the top of the screen, that used to say tile dot blah blah blah. But anyways, you can toss like I'll toss a few sticks in there. You can toss a fuel and then a food. I'm gonna toss 2 in, and it will cook. And you can see there's a arrow here. And yeah, it's like a frying pan. It'll fry your foods. And worth noting, silkworms are a source of food, surprisingly or not, if it'll just fry up any time now. So I can show you. I'm prepared to give it more fuel. Yeah, so this is a good way to get food, is just do what I'm doing with the trees out there and then fry up extra silkworms. Make sure you always have 1 just in case something goes wrong. And there you go, 2 cooked silkworms. Not very filling, but you know. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna continue now. Okay, let's see if we have enough string. I mean, that was a lot of waiting. It's more than 15 minutes. Pretty crazy. So we're gonna need 3 wool. Well, look, string makes a book. So 3 wool for the bed. We're gonna need a fishing rod. So we'll make some sticks and make that fishing rod. And then we need, what else was it? Ah, yeah, we need the sieve, which I believe I'll have to look it up. It's S-E-I? S-I-E. Yeah, there you go. Silk mesh, okay. I believe that's like that. So we need 2 of that. And some wood and some sticks. Boop. It's a little bit more wood and bam. So this is important. This is important stuff right here, especially with our dirt. So what we'll do is we'll place this down next to our QDS, which actually I'm gonna get rid of now. You can go in here with that. So basically what we can do with that, this is we can toss dirt in it, right click, and then we have a chance of getting stone. And 4 stone makes a cobblestone. So what we need to do with this. Oh, wait. We need to make the bed. Aha! Let's make this bed. Put it down. And claim our reward. Now, what do we want? Carrot seeds. Yes, carrot seeds. There was a second part to it here, which was your first stone, telling us to get stone. Let's actually read this. A job well done. You have proven yourself that you can stay alive in the new world. The cute one might be impressed, but don't count on it. That you haven't killed yourself yet. Now the time has come to get working with wood. Let's put those trees you've grown to some good use. Find the stones hidden in the dirt and using a device with the which the great transmutation lords have created just for you. So, yeah, stone. Now we can do be resourceful, melting stone, and fishing trip. For this, we're gonna need about 4 pieces of cobblestone. So we have that. Well, let's see if we can do that with all this dirt we have. That's 3 pieces of cobblestone. I'm gonna get this out of my hand so I don't use it. Okay, that's 4 pieces of cobblestone, and this is why we made the hammer, by the way. So what we do is we're gonna paste 3 of these down, and then the other 2 we're gonna hit with a hammer. And you'll see that when I hit this with a hammer, it turns into gravel. So we're gonna take 2 of these gravel, and we're going to place those down and hit them with the hammer. So now we've got 2 sand. We're going to take one of those sand, place it down, hit it with the hammer. Now we've got a piece of dust. If you weren't following along, that is exactly what we needed for this task. And with our reward, I'm not going to go for lives because we don't need that many, so I'm going to choose one of these bags, that one. Yeah. So, yeah, here's our reward bag. It's a good reward bag. I'm going to go inside just in case it has more stuff than my inventory can hold. But first, I guess we'll sleep. Wait, what was this? Huh. That's interesting. Anyways, bag. 2 golden lassos. That is actually going to be useful in the future. Cool. So, what's next? We got be resourceful. Now, dust in the wind, and I'm smelting. If you didn't notice, this is just one chapter. Learning to Skyblock is just one chapter out of this entire book. We've got this chapter, we got this chapter, we got this chapter, and then some that aren't unlocked yet. But this is going to be a long Let's Play, so hold on to your seats. Melting stone. To get started processing the various materials on the map and eventually powering the many machines you'll need. Wait. I feel like that's a really weird sentence. To get started processing the various materials on the map and eventually powering the many machines, you will need lava. Lava is created by melting cobble in a crucible over a heat source. Torches, lava, and lit netherrack all work as heat sources. Clay buckets can be created to use and can be created and used to move fluids. A clay bucket can move any fluid except lava as often as you want. Only, yeah, it can move lava once before breaking. To make crucible and bucket, you'll need clay. To make clay, you'll need to use a hammer to turn cobble into gravel, gravel, and blah blah blah. You'll then right-click on a barrel filled with water. While holding a block of dust. Right-click the barrel to receive your clay and use it to get the clay balls you need to craft the crucible and bucket. Before we get to doing that, we need a raw fish, and I'm getting a little bit hungry, so raw fish. Let's cook one up. I'm gonna cover that off because flowing water noises are annoying, and I want to be able to stand in this pool without being pulled in random directions. So let's get a fish here. Let's see how quick it takes. Hopefully not too long. Come on. Of course it's gonna take forever. Fish are generally camera shy. Here, fishy fishy. This will happen on camera. I'm dedicated. Bam. We have to manual submit it. So, hey, one of our rewards is a cooked fish. That one. So yeah, we don't have to cook that fish, so that's cool. I think it's anticipating that we probably don't have something to cook it with, if we chose the other reward thing. Oh, 2 quarters makes a half, 2 halves makes a whole. Cool. 4 lives, and a spiked pick. Cool. Useful. So now that we did that, we can get to our melting stone thing. That's why I have these barrels here. So actually, I'm gonna turn the gravel and sand into dust so that we can get 3 pieces of dust in 3 of these barrels. And get clay. Boop. So now that we've gotten clay, we need to make an unfired clay bucket. I'm going to do this first because we need to be able to move water around so that we can put water in these things again to get more clay. So, unfired clay bucket, we can turn into a regular clay bucket later on. I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't use that yet, which is unfortunate. We're gonna need cobblestone for that. So then, the unfired crucible, porcelain clay, just clay and bone meal. We're gonna need 7. Yeah. Don't want to waste bone meal. So we'll take that, make ourselves the unfired crucible, and we're gonna need to fire this stuff. But first, slab furnace is our next thing. I was gonna suggest that we make a slab furnace. Actually, we have enough dirt for that right now too. Look at that. Convenience. Oh, we got potato seeds from that too. Nice. We didn't get 4 from that. Darn you. Okay, so we're gonna need 8 saplings to make a piece of dirt. We can also toss string in. Don't know how much it uses. Yeah. That was a lot of string we've just put in there. 17, I think. Potato seeds. That's fantastic. That's actually really cool. Glad we got potato seeds. We have a lot of bone meal left. And flint. I wonder what that's for. Potato seeds. Those potato seeds are pretty darn useful. 50%? 0%. God. Potato seeds it is then. Let's get some potatoes. 6 potatoes? It's my birthday or something. No. Yeah, I'll toss the potatoes in here. Actually, no, there's already one in there. It's really cool. The hunger overhaul mod or something. I don't know what mod it is that adds it, but when you're bone mealing stuff, it'll automatically replant one of them. So that's cool. I'm actually gonna plant a sapling really quick here. Carrot seeds. We need to not forget we have that. And that dirt should be done by now, right? Bam. Let's get ourselves that last piece of stone we need. now we can craft ourselves 6 slabs. Ah, no, but we need 6 more slabs. Well, 2 more slabs. Darn, I forgot about that, actually. So we're gonna need more saplings. I know how to get more saplings, too. That took way too many hits to go. 6 potatoes? Man. I'm glad we got that potato. It's pretty it's a nourishing snack. It's pretty darn good. So what do I want to do now? Oh, there's an extra quest book in there. We need that slab furnace, but at the same time I don't want to get too caught up on it, but we can't really do anything else either until we get infrastructure going, and to do that might take a little bit of time, but I want to make a few more crooks so that we can get in my inventory. A few more crooks so that we can get some trees going. Get some saplings, get some dirt. We're gonna need a lot of cobblestone because one of the first things that I want to get ourselves is an igneous extruder later on here, and that's gonna take quite a bit of effort. So yeah, of course, to get the igneous extruder, I'm going to, of course, if I'm saying of course enough, you know, I'm gonna make a cobblestone generator. So I'll show you how we're gonna get ores, because later, next episode, because getting ores is pretty complicated, I guess you can say. It's not too complicated, but it's not as easy as you'd expect, and it's not as difficult as you'd expect. I don't know. It's just kind of grindy. It's not difficult, but it's not easy. So we will try to get ores going sometime soon here so that we can get our igneous extruder, maybe start getting some power. Well, we will work on power later, after we get the smeltery done, after we get the dust thing done. We'll get some of this done, then work on power. But yeah, I wanna get this slab furnace by the end of this episode. So yeah, I feel like we're not getting as many saplings as we used to, but that might just be the fact that before we were swimming in saplings and now we don't really have any, and it seems like we just have less, but it's the same as how many we're getting before. I'm not sure, but I don't want to make this episode go too long if it's just me cutting down trees. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer, I guess. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go for some more string, because I have half a barrel full of string in there. So I have some silkworms. We'll just grow this tree, toss a silkworm on here, maybe 2 just to make it go quicker. Maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, so I guess I think I'm gonna end off the episode here, because it's not worth continuing it if I'm just gonna come back and make a slab furnace. So next episode we'll get a slab furnace and start working on some more infrastructure. So I hope to see you guys all next time, and I hope you like this new series, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Thanks so much for watching. See you, people. I wanna be